Hey, before we get into all that though, like, say what's going on and talk the talk, whatever. That's the reason why I said I got Jeff. I want to talk. I ain't never seen you in no interview like speak on John Burr South with Lil Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
I feel like just not even on no super manly or nothing like that. I feel like personally, I wasn't raised by like victims or men with like really touching feelings or like you know what I'm saying. I wasn't raised by those type of men. I was raised like I wasn't raised by the Wellers. I was raised by men that always said, keep going, no matter what, go forward. Cause you gotta understand, my mom got 11 kids. My daddy, he couldn't sit and be in his feelings about certain things because he still got 11 people to feed, plus my mom, plus him, plus his other kids. My daddy got 15 people he got to worry about every day. So he ain't have a chance to sit back and just focus on his feelings and feel certain things. I wasn't raised like that. I was raised by a man who just was like, go forward, because that's what matters. What matters is not sitting and just being stuck in the moment and dwelling on certain things. Like that ain't what life is about. When you living in a king, when you living as a king, it's about going forward. I think I did that so much to the point where I forget to speak about certain things. I be forgetting to speak about Lil Jeff.
What's your what's your earliest memory? That's crazy. I ain't never had nobody that question. What's your earliest memory? Like, if you could think of your earliest memory, like, it's the first thing I remember is far as back I can remember. You know what I'm saying?
My earliest memory was John Burr South, my hood, the hood I'm from, the projects I'm from, John Burr South. My brother Umfu, free Umfu, my brother, he he burned the house down playing with matches. Cause you know when you in the projects, you got that big ass long metal heater connected to the wall that come in the little snake looking heater. He playing with matches on that and it burnt down the whole building though. It ain't even burned down just our apartment, it burnt down the whole building.
Damn.
That's my first memory, like real life.
Coming up, like, what's the first time you knew, like, that's your first, what type of memory would you say that is? Good or bad, or in between?
Bro, we were raised so different. You too, bro. Men like you raised me. From even if it's from a distance.
Yeah.
I always looked up to real street dudes, real guys who's from the street and this and that. I always looked up to this. So men like I don't even look at that like it's bad.
Yeah.
I look at that like a fun memory. Like, damn, that's how fucked up we are, bro. That's how we raised. Like, this nigga burnt down the house. I don't even look at it like it's bad.
Damn.
I looked up to him for that. Like, damn, but this nigga know how to set a fire.
Burn you some shit down.
But this nigga know how to set a fire. At 5 years old, he know how to set a fire. I'm asking him, how the hell you set? How you do it? Like that's just, I'm telling you, that's just how we were raised, bro. That's just how that's how we was raised for real.
So
I know your first. I know you got some crazy memories.
I was just saying when I asked you the question, I was just trying to think of mine, my first one, but I can't. But I often say, what's your first happy moment?
In life,
Yeah.
my first happy moment was when my mama moved out the projects to a house. When my mama moved into her first house instead of apartments, I was like, damn, bro, we got a house. The house was smaller than the apartment. My mama had got a 4 bedroom house. The
Just-
apartment was 5 bedroom.
Just saying, not feeling so confined no more, like around a bunch of people. Now we got rid of some grass.
Like, but I got I got a yard, I got
Yeah.
neighbors, like houses. Like, I'm waking up, get on the school bus in front of my house instead of the project. It was right across the street from the project though. But so it's just like, but that was like one of my first happy moments, and that I remember like as a kid.
What's your first saddest moment?
I used to go with this girl named Santana in Pool Creek. That's when we moved out of John Burr South. I moved out of John Burr South when I was like 3-4 years old. We moved to Pool Creek, which is right around the corner from John Burr South. And I started going with this girl that stayed like 2 apartments down from me. Her name Santana. I was going with her like we probably like 5-6 years old, like kids. I was going with her, and we was sitting on a bench, And I think I was talking to another girl, and she got in and she hit me with a stick, with a sword, with a real log. Scarred me right here and right here. Hit me with a log.
Made you sad?
Yeah, because it was like, dang, she broke up with me. I'm like, dang, I lost my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. What's the first time you feel like you felt betrayed? Like as a kid coming up or whatever.
My first betrayal was like, cause I'm a kid, so I wasn't introduced to the world or like niggas or friends. You know, you confined to just your household and the apartments you live in. Mm-hmm. So my first betrayal was probably like my other family members, like me hearing my auntie say, you know, she don't want my mom kids at her house cause we just too deep. Like we got roaches in our house. Our clothes got roaches, so we might come to her house and some roaches might come out of ours. Now she got roaches in our house, and I understand it. You know, no harsh feelings, but you know that type of shit. The nigga that I am. That's the type of shit I was dealing with in life as a kid. I was dealing with that. Like my mama got so many children to the point where her sisters and brothers like, man, hell no, we don't even want to deal with y'all. No sir, there's too many of y'all there. They wouldn't even know no bullshit. Just like she like, man, I got a 3-bedroom apartment. I'm goddamn raising my kids a certain way. Y'all over here, y'all grown in hell. Y'all doing what y'all want to do. And like, hell nah, we don't want that shit over here. I want my kids to grow up, you know, a different way. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit I was dealing with. Like, that was my first, like, betrayal. Just like hearing my auntie say she didn't want us at our house. We carry roaches.
Damn. Hey, shit, we had roaches like.
Of course.
But hey,
my auntie them did too, but they was so small, so she was able to exterminate them. She was able to get rid of the certain. She just got
a little bit.
Yeah, she had roaches just because she lived in the project. She was clean as a motherfucker. She ain't had them 3 kids. All them were respectful, cool people, cool kids, all that. So she can contain like what's going on in her house. We just so deep. It's just like y'all finna come over here. We broke ahead. We got this smaller amount of food stamps than your mama. My mama got a lot of food stamps because she got a lot of kids. Her mama like, man, we got $300 a month worth of food stamps. Y'all come over here, y'all eat all the goddamn food because y'all just deep. Y'all ain't even trying to do no shit. Y'all eat all the food. Now my family don't, you know, just like that type.
You know, until recently, like, and a lot of people who watching, they probably been watching me, they see like, I ain't different. I feel like I'm different. I know I'm different now. Like at first I was trying to trick myself into being different and it ended up working. You get what I'm saying? So, and I started realizing certain like, damn, man, this how you felt about this, or this what shaped you, or this what made you start to think like this, and this what made you, you know what I'm saying? Like, so how do you think Lil Jeff impacted Young Thug?
A few things. It was a few reasons. A few things like from me being Lil Jeff impacted Young Thug. Like some of the shit that I just spoke on. Like that made me like love people more because I seen like some parts of my family like not having the gratitude and like love that I wanted as a kid. Like I actually love my auntie. I actually love my cousins from my auntie kids. I actually love them. Mm-hmm. And my mama, we were so deep. My mama always taught us like love, bro. Y'all supposed to be with each other. We'll never go against these folks. Love, you know. So those type of situations impact the impact Lil Jeff to Young Thug. Just like I'm telling you, you got to think. My mom got a 5-bedroom apartment. We 11 deep. All 11 of us live in 5 bedrooms. So I'm sleeping in the same bed with 4 other people. The 4 youngest kids my mama got sleeping in one bed. Then the middle 3 sleeping in 2 beds in their room. They got 2 different beds in their room, in one room. Then the other, it's like that. So I grew up off of like, you gotta love one another. We ain't had nothing. We was literally damn near junkies. Like, we ain't had nothing in the world. We did.
Junkies.
I'm telling you, when
I ain't bombs, not junkies.
Like, not but junkies, but like bombs. You know what I'm saying? Like junkies.
Yeah.
Like, we don't got nothing. Yeah. Like, I wear my sister clothes to school. Yeah. My sister then I gotta drop out of school just so I can wear her clothes. And people don't know that I'm wearing her clothes.
That's what I'm saying. How them circumstances, like, in what way did that Like, what did it make you feel like?
It made me feel like I just wanted. It made me feel like my aunties and like aunties and uncles and stuff treating my mama family a certain way. It made me like want love so bad. That's when I started meeting friends. That's when I started wanting love from like other people besides my sisters and brothers. I started trying to get love from my friends. I started getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just made me just seek love. I started seeking love because I wasn't getting love from like certain parts of my family.
Yeah.
It shaped me in that way. And then a few more ways, like I watched my brother die in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched my brother die in front of me, brother. 8, 9 years old, little boy. Kid.
What happened?
He got killed. My brother got killed on Deal Avenue. My brother ended up doing some gambling. He stopped Umfum from gambling, and then he kind of slapped Umfum around like, Umfum was like 11, 12 years old. Look, he was a kid. He gambling with some grown ass men though. So he go out there to stop my brother from gambling, and he started gambling. He ended up winning all the money. So when he leave, one of his friends, goddamn, call him and tell him like, bro, don't come back up here. These niggas they gonna take the money back for you if you come back. Cause my brother was like, shit, I'm finna go home right here. I'll be right back. Y'all niggas don't stop gambling. I'll be right back. So he walked down the street to the house, and his friend called him like, man, don't come back up here. These niggas goddamn whoa. Which some people will look at like, nah, that ain't no, that's real niggas. But he knew my brother. He was my brother best friend. He knew my brother. Gangsta, he standing on that off top. You tell my brother some niggas finna do something to him, don't come back. He going right back. Cause the thing about it, he wasn't even coming back. He had won all the money. He won like 9,000. This was little kid shit. He won like 9,000. His friend knew he wasn't coming back. Like, he like made him come back by telling him a nigga finna, like, he gonna rob him. So he go right back up there and shoot a nigga. He go right back up there. Hey, Ty, who you just called me and said a nigga said they gonna rob me. Who you said gonna rob me? The nigga Ty, man, nigga, who you said gonna rob me? You just called me and said one of these niggas might rob me. That's how the situation started.
He shot a nigga, your brother did?
Yeah, he shot 2 niggas. He shot 3 niggas. He shot his friend, and then he shot the 2 niggas that killed him. Cause his friend was acting like a hoe, like not want to tell him who said we're gonna rob him. Yeah. His friend like, man, bro, you tripping. Boom, shoot him. Bitch ass nigga. Boom. Then when he shoot him, he started saying like, man, didn't nigga say him, bro? These 2 niggas. So he started shooting at these niggas. Then he take off running. He had a police siren. He take off running. Them niggas goddamn started back shooting back. Shot him in the back while he was running. Ran down the street a little bit and fell on the ground and just like, you know, he just on the ground gasping like, man, hurry up, get me in the car, take me to the hospital. He just was telling us like, I feel like I'm dying. Like, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm dying, bro. I feel everything's slowing down. My heart rate, everything's slowing down. I feel like I'm dying. Y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm right here, bro. Little boy. I'm looking at my mama holding nigga hand like he going in shock. My mama like, Beanie, like, son, you hear me? You hear me? And he just like choking up blood, but he like, you can see he trying to say something, like he let her know, like, I hear you. He trying to say something, but he can't talk. Yeah. So my mama like, you hear me? Squeeze my hand. I'm holding one of his hand. My mama holding the other hand. She like, if you hear me, squeeze my hand, son. Squeeze my hand. Don't go, son. You squeezing our hand. I'm like, he still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at this shit as a kid, bro. Like, so from that day forward, I always said, I'm gonna do something to the nigga that killed my brother. That just shaped my life. Mm-hmm. That made me cause I played football. I looked up to Michael Vick. I played football. I wanted to rap. I looked up to Lil Wayne. I looked up to Michael Vick. I looked up to Hot Boys. That just shaped me from all that. From that point on, I looked up to like steppers. I looked up to niggas from my hood, from Jonesboro South, that handle their business. That shit just made me a whole different person. That one situation. I was never like 9 years old. I was a kid.
So from that point on, like looking back on like, what changed? Like, what changed in you?
Me. From that day, what changed in me was the way I viewed like niggas that wasn't from where I'm from. Cause that's what it boiled down to. Like, a Jonesboro South nigga got killed by a Deal Avenue nigga. So that just started making me be like, man, you ain't from Jonesboro South, nigga. You know what's happening. Now we living that type of life. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the situations I was in shaped me in so many ways. It ain't shaped me one way. Because it was so many different situations, different scenarios, to a point where it shaped me so many different ways. Like, me not getting love, the proper love from my entire family made me seek love from niggas and women. Me seeing my brother get killed shaped me to how I view niggas in the street, how I view niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's me playing foot, my dad and like moving me away. Like, I ain't never rode the school bus, but my dad took me to school every day. I had a real father. I never rode the school bus. That shaped me to being a man. Like, I'm gonna be a man. My dad is there. This nigga doing what he doing. He used to do what he do back in the day to hustle to get his money, whatever. Like, I looked at all that type of shit like, damn, he a real man because he's still trying to do whatever he can do to feed all these kids. And he's still taking time out to like take me to school every day and come get me from school every day because he just wanted me to be that far away from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shaped me in a different way to being the dad that I am to my kids. That shaped me in a different way. You know, just so many different scenarios just shaped me. Like, I look at my mama cry every year on my brother's birthday, bro. That nigga died 3 days before my birthday. His funeral was on my birthday. Like, nigga, I remember my 10th birthday, a funeral. I'm going to a funeral on my 10th birthday, bro. My brother, who just told me before he left out the house and died, I'm going to give you $100 for your birthday. I'm looking at that. Like, nigga, I still wake up right now today. I still want my $100 from my brother. Can't get it. It just certain shit just shake me certain ways, bro. Just, you know what I'm saying?
So when you look at yourself, like when you reflect and just look at yourself, how you see yourself right now as a person. Like, if you had to judge you, how you see yourself.
The crazy part is, bro, I thought I was whole. I thought I was wholesome. I thought I was like the perfect man until this situation. This situation at hand right now made me realize, like, damn, bro, I'm actually fucked up. Like, I was just so, God just created me to be so happy to the point where I know how to, like, get beyond problems. I just always was happy. My whole trial, I just was happy as hell because it's just like, I ain't got no reason to be happy. But it's just like, I'm just a happy person. I'm just a natural happy person. I could have got a life sentence and went to prison for the rest of my life. And y'all would have been seeing me in prison on photos just happy. Because I think God just created me like that. I be mad at God sometimes for that. Like, man, bro, why you created me just like so happy to the point where I can't be in touch with my real feelings?
But do you think that type shit goddamn make it to where a nigga, because I'm going to keep it real with you, Slime. Like, coming out of jail, and we're like, man, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? Like, it's like you ain't learn your lesson. And all this shit going on, hearing these calls, talking on the phone, like, what the hell wrong with this nigga? Like, you know, a nigga, I know you was in there praying, right?
Absolutely.
Like, it's like, do you not understand your prayers got answered?
Yeah, you understand that, but you also listening to people tell you like, boy, you the wizard. You ain't going to prison. And then you got to understand, man, I was in jail 3 years, bro. Like, I was praying 3 whole years. At some point, I started thinking like the prayers ain't working. You got to understand that too. Like, I'm going through shit every day. I'm looking at my best friend, them do what they do. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at certain shit. And it's making me feel how I'm feeling. Like, I ain't never been a nigga to pillow talk. I ain't never been a nigga to talk about nobody else in my life on the phone with nobody else. I never been that type of nigga. These last few days, I've been sitting around like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what I was doing?
I appreciate you saying that.
I think I was just so fucked up and I just felt like it was just over. Like, I'm just sitting in jail 24 hours on 23 and 1. I'm in a cell 23 hours. Like, at this point, I'm just like, man, I don't give a fuck. Life, it ain't what I'm thinking it is. Like, I'm just talking. At this point, I'm just talking. At this point, I'm just holding conversations with my girl. But the crazy part is, all these conversations that I had on the phone, I also had with the same niggas who I was talking about on the phones. So that's why it don't seem weird between me and them. Because I done held these same conversations with Wham. I done held these same conversations with Savage. How I feel about him. How I feel about Wham. How I feel about this. How I feel about every situation. We talk like men. We brothers. We talk. They tell me how they feel about certain things. So we all align. We won. We what we is. But you got to understand, like, my standpoint. I'm locked up. Nigga, I'm on the phone talking to my girl every day. This is the only person I'm talking to on the phone. This is the only person that I can talk to. Like, I can't even talk to my family because they just like, how they is, it ain't good for my case. They can be on the phone, they don't understand certain things. So if I be on the phone with them, they might say the wrong thing on the phone. So now I can't talk to them. Now I can't talk to Bank. I don't want the police to get on Bank. Now I can't talk to Wham. I don't want the police to get on him. I don't want the police to get on Savage. I don't want the police to get on Pluto. It's just so much shit in my mind to the point where I'm just like, I'm confining myself. I mean, not confined. I'm like trapping myself to just communicate with one person. And then I might go to court and just get body slammed by the motherfucking judge, bro. And then I just got to come back to the jail. Now I'm on the phone with somebody that I love, whoever it is I'm on the phone with, and they like, man, goddamn, or goddamn, they say, this nigga right here been pulling up on bro. This nigga pull up. Of course, I'm just like, bro, I just got body slammed by the jail. I'm just feeling how I'm feeling, bro. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Like, I ain't even tripping on that. I'm just saying what I'm saying. And I done told all these niggas these same things.
But looking back on it, how you feel? You just said, goddamn, like, damn, you feel like you was tripping.
I feel like I was tripping, but I feel like, because I ain't never did shit like that. I ain't never pillow talk with no girl ever in life. I ain't never in my life held no conversation with no girl about no another nigga ever until jail. And I've been trying to figure out, like, why the hell was I even doing that? And then I just had to, like, think back to when I was in jail. Because I did a long time in jail. So I know how to think right back to when I was in jail right now.
So you've been reflecting.
Hell yeah. And that's another thing I don't even want to do. That's why I don't even respect the phone call shit coming out, because all it do is make me think about when I was in jail, going through fighting for my life. All it do is make my girl think about the whole long ass conversations on the phone. We praying and we doing shit and hoping that I can get away from this shit and come out of it. Like, that's the weird part about this shit that's happening. Like, this shit, all this, y'all, this shit just like a fun moment in the memes on the internet, and trying to just like tarnish my existence and just my real nigga shit, my real nigga life, to like just to have fun with it. But not knowing, like, but this shit traumatizing the hell. This shit goddamn make me remember when I was in jail. This shit make me remember those dark ass days and moments I had, bro. This shit make my girl cry. She ain't even tripping about what we saying on the phone. Nigga, we said, whatever I say, I can say twice. I'm a grown man. I'm a man, nigga. Whatever I say twice to every nigga. They know that. So I ain't tripping on that part. I'm tripping on just like the world not knowing that. I'm tripping on, look at this. Oh, y'all, like, bro, y'all ain't understand.
If you, when you knowing that, how would you look at that? If you was on the sideline, on the fence about everything, how would you look at that? If you didn't know, like you said, you know you done told
On the side, in that situation, like no jail shit or fight for my life, I probably would look at it how people looking. If I look and experience certain shit, I would look at it another way.
Mm-hmm.
But and me, I'm a smart man. I know how to think. So if I see somebody else going, he think, like, I want to hear what he was feeling. Like, what, wow, you know, not just
Or they just put out your point. How you,
you know, I be looking at it like,